if you have an injury and you're worried about training, you're going to lose size, you're going to lose strength, well then generally a lot of injuries you can actually train around, okay? And a really good tool you can use, and a tool that I use in season as well, is using isometric exercises, okay? Because what we can do is find a point where that's not going to cause any more damage to the injury, it's not going to make it worse, but we can still get the mechanical tension that we need to be able to keep on size and keep getting you stronger. Okay, so have a look at these variations. If you need help, please send me a message. An isometric back squat, so this is going to be really helpful for causing less muscle damage. So when we do this, always think about your brace, so breath in and then pull up and you're sort of pushing down, meeting. Okay, so I always do my brace and I'm so used to it. And what you're going to do is go to about above 90 degrees and hold that for 10 seconds. And then come up. Now the loading is the most important, so how you load this is you want roughly around 80% of your max, okay, or a weight that you could do for 5 reps will work well, okay. Hold it for 10 seconds. Don't go too deep, so if you have an injury, and I'm giving this to you because you have an injury, then make sure that you're not hurting, okay. If it's a bad pain, then stop, okay. If it's fine, you should be okay to load it up. So if that type of isometric, you're pushing as hard as you possibly can against the force that you can't actually move, okay? So make sure you would do this in a good solid rack. I wasn't pushing as hard as I possibly could, always all of my weights will fall off the sides here. The other thing you want, so if you have pins, it's better to do it into that. Once again, 10 seconds. If it hurts bad, so if you have an injury and we're trying to work around it, don't do this one, okay? Just skip it. Okay, there's other ways you could do it too. You can get around it. Say you have some sort of thing that you can't do it like that. Try it in a split. So like when you do a split and you're pushing up as hard as you can and see if that fixes it. Then have a minute rest and then do the other side. Doing a bench press isometric, what you want to focus on is getting your setup right. So if you have really sore shoulders or something where it's just not working, what you can do is same thing, set up your weight, try and get a 5 RM, okay, or 80% of your max, right, and I just want you to come down just where you can hold it and hold it there for 10 seconds, okay, maybe you can hold it a bit lower. Where you hold it will be a little bit different activation of which muscles. For most people, it's going to be deltoids, triceps, okay, 10 seconds and then push back up. Yeah, setting the weight is really critical. Getting that hold, 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds. What's going to happen is it's going to be limited muscle damage and more mechanical tension. And it shouldn't feel like you've done a hard workout. But what's going to happen is it's going to stop you from losing size if you've got an injury. And also during the season, it's really good because you can still build strength and size using mechanical tension with these isometrics, but not cause a lot of muscle damage, which means that you're going to be more recovered and you can play better on the field. Here's a chin-up isometric you could do. So climb up to where you're about 90 degrees, okay? And then you're going to hang from there. Now, I don't mind whether you put your hands pronated, supinated, underneath or over. I don't really mind for this. The difference will be where it hits in your lats in comparison to the hands, okay? So anyway, let's get into it. So if I pull up, I'm going to hold here for 10 seconds. Okay, and if you're actually quite strong, what I want you to do is actually load yourself up with a weight belt and use a weight that you could do 5 reps of generally. So say you could do 5 reps with 20 kilos on you, use that for that 10-second hold. Okay, and then you could do 2 to 3 sets of that. And that's it. That's all you need to do. It shouldn't feel like a hard workout. It should feel like you're still fairly fresh. And that's the whole point of good training, is not to kill yourself, not to make yourself feel so flat that you can't lift anymore. So this is the beginner's hamstring isometric. So what you're going to do is just lay down, somewhere where you're not going to hit your head, And you're going to put your feet out and just lift up with one leg to start to see how it feels. If you need 2 legs, go off 2, then go to 1. Okay, and hold that. Right, if you've got a hamstring strain, you really need to take it easy, but it is a good way to start rebuilding, is getting that isometric strength back. And as you progress, what you can do is lift yourself further out and hold that. Okay, and then if you want to get really good with it, you can go up higher and you can press yourself up, press into something with your foot. You'll find your hamstring gets hit a bit more. And that's our hamstring. Isometric, if you're injured or you're starting off, really good one. I do these during the season too, so we don't cause too much muscle damage.